Hey Collective, it's Intuitive Pisces Moon and welcome to the channel. So today's reading is interesting how I came across it and how it was needing to be delivered to you. So one of the readers that I watch did a reading on all the cards that were fallen to the floor, and I thought that was so interesting, and I even remember thinking to myself, how does that happen? I have probably over 100 decks, tarot, oracle, etc. And I'm like, I try to keep track of them as best as I can. Now, if you could see the piles of decks over to my side here, you'd be like, aha, how do you keep track of anything? But here's the thing, I've never not been able to find what fell on the floor when it dropped. So, the fact that this particular spread was found on the floor in a place that I don't typically do readings was very interesting to me. And when I found the fallen cards and reunited it with the deck, the justice was at the bottom. So, that being said, we are going to use these fallen cards to start our reading today because it very much felt like there was a message that wanted to come through. Otherwise, how the heck did the cards, these 5, get separated from the deck? And how did I not see them until today? Because goodness knows how long they've been where they were, okay? Could have been weeks, months, I don't know. But anyways, here we are, and we're going to do a reading with this spread. So if that sounds good to you, we're going to jump right in. So I just want to start with what this initially feels like to me, the base energy here. It feels like, if this is your message, that you have just come out of something significant. And it felt like something that you thought you couldn't get out of. Maybe it was a relationship that you thought you were like doomed to be stuck in forever. Maybe you even got married and, took the vows and you're like, oh, I'll never get out of this now. And then you didn't find out till later that like this was not where you wanted to be. This could have been a job. Maybe you signed a contract. Maybe it was a home you purchased or signed a lease to. This feels like there was something that you felt obligated to stay in for whatever reason. So take that as it resonates with you. But you have recently freed yourself from that. So I don't know how you did it, but you did what you did. And you freed yourself from whatever that was that you initially felt trapped or stuck in, like you couldn't get out and couldn't do something different, okay? And with that happening, you started to pour the energy of whatever it was that you were pouring into outside of yourself back inside yourself. And on top of that, the universe matched that love. The universe has always given you that love, but sometimes when we have the blindfold on, it can be hard to see that love. You know what I'm saying? It can be hard to feel supported and knowing that someone or something is there supporting you, to guide you, to protect you, whatever the situation is. So with the blindfold, that was where you felt stuck, trapped, etc. But maybe there was a part of you that's like, look, this is an illusion. I'm not stuck. I'm not trapped. I can take this blindfold off at any time and I can choose freedom. And that's what you did. You very much did that. So I just want to say from your guides, from Spirit, congratulations. You made it to the other side. That initial jump was scary, right? The Fool standing at that ledge looking down and going, it always takes me to that saying, what if I fall? And then that voice kicks in and goes, oh, but darling, what if you fly? It's so profound of a thing it's all in your thought process. Your thought process may have been before, oh, I can't do that. I can't get out of that. I'm stuck here. I have to fulfill this contract or whatever the situation is. But then you started to look elsewhere. It's the best way I can put it. Again, maybe you look down that cliff and you're like, maybe that jump down is looking better than where I'm currently quote unquote stuck. And so I might just want to take that leap of faith. And again, Ace of Cups here. Universe said, congratulations, darling. You took the leap of faith. We caught you, right? It almost feels like if you're looking at these two pictures here, that this right here is the universe holding you with that love. You're like, yep, I'm going to take that leap. Universe is like, yep, we got you. Don't you worry about a thing. So, very beautiful energy thus far. Then we are followed by the Strength and the Four of Swords. Wow. It took immense strength, courage, audacity, dare I say, to take this leap of faith. Okay? And you are now in a point in your life where you're able to take the rest and the rejuvenation and the healing that you needed before that was keeping you in this sort of trapped feeling, okay? Now, what I love about the Justice being at the bottom of the deck here is this is like your assurance that it's all going to work out just fine. Anything that was unbalanced previously is going to be made right again. So again, if you were pouring your energy into a different situation and it wasn't being reciprocated back to you, it's going to be made right. So what I'm hearing right now is you're the caterpillar in the cocoon, in the chrysalis, and you're just allowing spirit to love and nurture you. So imagine, if you will, you in this little nest, resting, rejuvenating, and here the universe has you in the palm of their hands and just allowing this safety, this love, this protection while you're going through this right now. So with whatever it was that did happen, the Four of Swords always comes after the Three of Swords, which is like the heartbreak card, okay? You may have been stabbed in the back. You may have caught on to something that you didn't see before, or maybe that you ignored before. And you decided to get out of that, to get away from that, and to choose yourself. And again, I just want to congratulate you because you are about to be truly blessed because you deserve it. So, wonderful energy to start the reading with here. I am going to clarify. I'm just going to pull this out here and see what we can get on top of these cards, and then we'll keep going. So let's get one for each. We have the Eight of Swords, the Fool, the Ace of Cups, the Strength card, and the Four of Swords. All right. So I'm just going to put these here so we know which ones they go to. All right. So for the Eight of Swords, we've got Harbor of Peace. Find serene refuge in the peaceful embrace of a gentle harbor, allowing tranquility to still your waters. So what that's giving me, tied to the Eight of Swords, is trusting the journey. Even if you can't see what's in front of you, what's ahead, there's this immense level of trust that everything is going to be okay. So it's almost like if you're out on a boat and you've got the blindfold on, you can feel when the boat's rocking and the waters are choppy. And again, that's a non-peaceful atmosphere versus when the water is calm. and you are at peace. And I'm getting that that's the moment that you were waiting for to take this leap. And look, the next one is trust the process. So embrace uncertainty, having faith in the journey unfolding before you. Wow. Again, you saw me pick these cards at random. I couldn't have picked a better card to put under the Fool card. This is literally you trusting the process and taking that leap of faith, unknowing where it's going to lead. But the back of your mind thought process is, it's got to be better than where I am now. So again, good for you. Then we go to the Ace of Cups and we have River of Release. Drift along the river of release where waters carry away burdens, guiding towards renewal. I love this. So again, you are just getting this immense love from the universe, and it's allowing you to release whatever it was that you were hanging on to previously that was making you feel stuck and trapped and even stressed out potentially. And being met with that is offering you this, again, this service, this cocoon, this I can do this, because it's taking me to that, I'm sure it's a Bible verse, through God all things are possible. It's almost like you got this extra boost of love, of energy, of whatever it was that you needed to take that leap of faith, because this immense amount of trust was put within you so that you can say, yep, I'm gonna do this now. I got this. We got this. I'm protected. I'm loved. I don't need to waste another second in this energy that doesn't belong to me. Then we go over to the Strength card and we have Open to Receive. Invite abundance with open arms and embrace the blessings waiting to flow into your life. Listen, you wouldn't have received these blessings if you were still stuck back here in this Eight of Swords energy. So again, it took that immense strength to break free from whatever it was that you were feeling stuck and trapped in. Now that you've done that, you are stronger because of it. You have more confidence because of it, and now you are about to receive abundance because of it. So it's like whatever you let go of left a room now for bigger, greater things to enter your life. Now with the Four of Swords, we've got the scales of balance. Seek equilibrium in love and career, harmonizing your inner scale to weigh decisions with both heart and mind. I love it. So again, we do have a very mindset with swords, okay? Air energy, it's all about your thoughts. And then with the Ace of Cups here, this is all about the heart. So with the Four of Swords kind of being a combination of that energy, it's like, again, this is the calm that comes after the storm. This is you getting to rest and rejuvenate and balance your energy again, and learning what it is that you want in this life and not what it is you feel like you have to deal with. So with your thought process now changing into this new way of thinking, you're like, what is possible? Oh, anything is possible. What can I do? I can do anything I want. So there's this part of you that's healing from whatever was going on in the past, knowing that you are one with the universe, because we are all one with the universe, and that you can do whatever it is that you desire. We are all infinite beings. All right, let's keep going. Let's see what else wants to come through for this reading for the collective, please. What else do we have? Thank you. We have Radiant Goddess, Acceptance. You are an amazing goddess, ready to fully understand how significant you are. Tap into your power by owning your beauty and potential, by not making any apologies for it. I want to scream that from the rooftops for you all. Spirit couldn't be any clearer with this message. You are a freaking radiant goddess. Embody that. the funny thing is we have the word acceptance on that card. It's like maybe you haven't come to the part in your journey yet where you've realized that. Maybe this is your confirmation. You are worthy. You are a radiant goddess, and you just need to own that power. All right, so we have 2, childhood wound, retrieve. Your inner child is looking to heal so that you can move on by understanding the situation in a new light. Going within, heal. To heal requires self-love and compassion. Gaining perspective through energy work or therapy can be helpful in accessing tools to empower your inner child. All right. So I also look at the Fool as being the 0 card, which is kind of an innocent, naive energy, where again, this person's not looking where they're going. They're just kind of waltzing around by the cliff, and if they fall, they fall. You know, whether you make the active decision to jump versus fall, either way, you're going the same direction. So with this overflow of love, that's part of what we're doing with the 4 of Swords, is pouring it back into ourselves and healing some of these inner child wounds. Now we also have letting go and resistance. This cycle has ended, and it's time to let go to experience new growth. It is vital to have closure and gratitude for the situation to make room for new things to enter. Go within to find what is holding you back. Change is necessary in this situation. So we've already discussed that, right? Whatever it was that you were hanging on to here wasn't leaving you open to receiving your blessings. So if you haven't quite gotten to this point yet, then know that this is what's required for that abundance and blessings to flow into your life. Let's get one more. Thank you. It fell on the floor. All right, we've got family dynamic, reconcile. Your family is requiring time to heal issues that have created a wedge or unrest. We all need support as we move forward, and having an open, loving family unit is essential. So that could mean a lot of things. So first thing that came to my mind was this relating to the inner child healing. Okay, maybe you did not have an excellent upbringing, and part of the healing the family dynamic is healing your inner child and forgiving your parents for whatever situations happened. And it doesn't have to just be the parents. It could be brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, cousins, whomever. Now, if that part doesn't relate to you, which would be weird because most of us have that situation going on, this could be now your current family dynamic. So if you're old enough to have kids and have a mother and a father in a whatever situation, mother, father, whatever you identify with, it may require you to look within that immediate family dynamic and see what needs to be healed within that. Okay, so if there have been rifts between you and your children, or between you and your spouse, or you and your dog, or your cat, or your bird, or your pet fish, whatever this is, it needs to be looked at and healed. And that's basically all we're going to say about that. So whether you need to go backwards, heal the inner child, heal the parental dynamic between your parents growing up and or other family members, or it's your immediate family now currently that needs looking at and dealing with. All right, so I'm gonna pull now from some tea leaf oracle and see what else wants to come through for this reading for the collective. What else is affecting this energy on the table? What else do I need to know about, please? Thank you. We have bag. Something important such as a new job or a raise. All right, that's pretty awesome. that's reminding me of this being open to receive. Like, so again, if going back to the Eight of Swords energy and it was the job that you were afraid to leave, something bigger and better is on its way to you in that capacity. All right, let's see, a bunch fell out here. So we have Torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. So that's taking me to the Strength card. You had to endure something for your spiritual development, enlightenment, and awareness and understanding. It's just one of those things that's how the universe does it. Like, it's hard to understand that, like, terrible things could lead to enlightenment, but the biggest way that I always remember this is, if we didn't push you off the cliff, you wouldn't have moved out of that situation. Like, people get too comfortable in terrible situations. So it's like they have to, like, push you out. Kind of like the bird from the nest, right? The mama bird's got to push the baby bird out so it can learn how to fly. Otherwise, it will never learn how to fly. It'll just be in that nest forever, always needing food from the mom because it can't hunt for itself. So that's what it always reminds me of. We have the Rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. Okay, I don't know how that pertains to you, but we have Funnel, a period of frustration and lessons to be learned. Yep. We have Carrot, opportunity or windfall. The Crown, honor and respect will come to you. We have the Claw, be careful, do not take risks. And then we have the Moon card, changes in your life. So a lot of actually pretty good energy going on here. It's like a small warning about taking risks and too much concern over sexual matters. Again, now that's taking me to, if that Eight of Swords was a relationship, you know, maybe that's what got you into that relationship in the first place. But maybe once you realize that this is all there is, why should I stay? Like that kind of thing. So we definitely have lessons, spiritual development, but we've also got opportunity or windfall, honor and respect, and new job or a raise, and definitely changes on the horizon. So it doesn't feel like bad energy at all. What this feels like is a lesson that you had to go through. And we all have had our lessons that we've had to go through. So just so you know, you're not the only one. All of us are dealing with a little slightly similar yet different, windy, twisty road to enlightenment. And why I love this being a torch here is because it feels like you now have the torch. Whereas before here with the Eight of Swords, you were in the darkness. You had that blindfold on. You couldn't see the next step. You had to blindly trust what was next. And even though you may have more occurrences of that, but what this torch now is telling me, that you now have discernment. It's almost like this torch was handed to you as the gift of discernment. You can now see better before you even enter a contract, a situation, an agreement, what it looks like, what it feels like, and is it for you? And you get to decide before you even do that, whether you want to go in or you don't. It's not like you're being forced in. And I'm also getting that because of that situation, that you now won't allow a forced situation. You have free will. You have free will to jump, abandon ship, anytime you want to. It's a beautiful feeling. It's called freedom. You have the freedom to choose. That is your torch. That's what the spiritual development is, the enlightenment, the awareness, and the understanding, as well as the lessons that came with this. So not everything is out to get you, okay? The universe always has pure intentions for you. And it gets to a point where sometimes you have to be, again, booted out of the nest so you can learn to fly for yourself. So let's get an angel number. What angel number do we have to go with this reading, please? Thank you. We have 1166. Pray sincerely. This is change, harvest, wealth, and beauty. Keep connecting your thoughts with the heavens and realize any worries about the material level. Release any worries. The meaning of attention is to pray for assistance now to repair what displeases you or interferes with you in the material world. So, did you ask for this? Because it feels like you did. It feels like you specifically asked to be taken out of this situation. You prayed for it. You begged for it. Please get me out of this situation. I don't want to be here. And now that it's happening, it can be a little scary. So let's close the reading out with a message from the universe. What closing message do we have for the collective for this reading, please? Thank you. Every situation in life is temporary. So, when life is good, make sure you enjoy and receive it fully. When life is not so good, remember that it will not last forever and better days are on the way. I love that. Because let's be honest, life is full of ups and downs, ebbs and flows. And we just have to kind of go with it. Because if we're fighting against it, then that's what's going to make this feel so much worse. So, my lovely collective, this is your reading, and I'm so grateful to be the clear channel to deliver this message for whoever it needed to reach. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you all so much. I wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and so much love. So much love. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.